If you get access to the length and breadth of what's available in Australia, I don't think there's a more exciting wine country.
There's a real resurgence, there's a real sense that the Australian story is resonating globally. And from my perspective, it's palpable, it's real.
I think the Australian wine industry has evolved hugely over the last few years, and you've got a wide range of styles. You've got some very nice, quite fine, you call European style wines there, and you've still got some of the bigger, richer styles that are associated with Australia. And I think that there are different markets that are looking for all of these things.
There might have been a perception recently that we've been anchored in particular price points or particular styles. And global commentators, media, people in the trade, consumers are starting to realise what Australian wine has to offer.
If you go into places in New York or San Francisco now, flat whites are on offer. They're in Starbucks right now, Avocado Crush, the new Mad Max film. I just think there's a renewed enthusiasm for Australia, and it's a brilliant opportunity for us to get the best of what we do, and frankly have always done fairly well, in front of people. I think it's the right time, and I think people might be ready for it again.
We're inspired by tradition, but there's a bunch of people, I think, that are not afraid to examine it for themselves and to try and find their own voice within it, you know, to try and find what's right for them, to challenge the status quo a little bit. And I think we're seeing just amazing wine styles coming out of Australia that is a little bit more suited to the cultural context in which the wines are consumed these days. We have that here in Australia, and I think we need to share that with the world.
I think the world has moved along in terms of wine, and I think there's a readiness now to discover the new Australia in a way, and indeed some of the old Australia again. You've got a whole new market out there. You've got a lot of people who haven't actually discovered Australia before. It's going to be a new experience for them.
I remember about 8 years ago I walked into a bar in the States, and I walked in and the first thing they said was, "Don't talk to me about Australian wine," which can be a bit defeating. That attitude's completely changed. It's now, what have you got? Show me what you've got. There's excitement around it. That excitement's infectious.